Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. I'm here with Ryan, correct?
Yes.
Ryan is Miss Killkennycat from the forum, and there's a kitty in the background. Kitty! Look at the kitty walking in the back. So anyway, she has won, how many photo books have you won now?
2.
And have you gotten them yet? Have you ordered any?
The first one, yes.
And was it good?
It was awesome.
Good, because they are pretty good books, but that's not what this is about. So I asked Ryan to come on the line and put together 10 photos because week after week there's really good photos that you, your mother, and I don't know the kids are shooting now.
Yes, they are.
But I'm not allowed to know what their names are, which is good. I don't want to know what their names are because I just want to come across. Have I picked any of their photos before?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Do they get upset?
No.
Okay, good. Good. So explain to me this Killkennycat thing so I know, because I always just say it.
Well, I have family from Ireland and from County Kilkenny specifically, and people from there are called cats. It's a long old poem about 2 cats fighting. So
you know what it reminds me of? South Park. Kenny! That's all it reminds me of. Like, you killed Kenny! You bastard! So anyway, why don't you give me some insight into your photography background, if you know, whatever it is.
There's not really much to it. I've always taken pictures of anything. I don't know. I would take a picture of a bathtub if I thought it looked really good. I don't know. I have children and I have cats, so obviously I want to photograph them a lot every day.
Yep. So, you know, I love seeing what your work looks like each week, and it's really good that you guys are always doing the assignments. Is that because you live in the middle of nowhere?
Well, partly, but mostly because it's fun, and it does give us something to do and look forward to every weekend.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a cool thing. So what are you shooting with?
Canon, what is it, T1i.
And what glass do you have?
Well, I have the kit, and then I have the 55 to 250 normal zoom lens, and then I think my best one is the 50 millimeter 1.4.
Oh, you have a 51.4.
Yes, because I broke the first 2 1.8s that I had.
You did what to the 1.8s?
Well, I broke them.
Well, that's because they're plastic, but they're still all right. No, the 1.4 is a gorgeous, gorgeous lens. Do you find that the pictures that I end up picking are from that lens, or have I picked others from your kit and all that?
You know, I think the majority have been the 50, but that's just because it's hard to take it off my camera.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I thought it would be cool to have you on, being that everybody was asking who are you and all of that good stuff. So you picked 10 images. You want to let's go through them and see what we come up with. So first image here, is your focus on your focus is the apple here because her face is a little bit out.
Right.
And she's what is that? What is that? Glitter?
It is glitter.
I mean, that's really creative. Everything you guys do is creative. Is it a competition each week to see who gets picked? Do you guys get competitive with it?
We have now.
Who's winning?
I think I am.
Okay. All right. That's a good thing. So, I mean, I love the concepts. You come up with amazing concepts week in and week out, which is awesome that, you know, basically I give a theme and then you go and shoot it. I mean, that's what the weekend assignment is all about, is trying different things and experimenting. So this is a cool photo. It's hard to say whether the face should be in focus or not, even though, you know, the focus here is the glitter. Did you try any other angles, like in front of the apple where the glitter was going to be blowing towards the camera?
I did. I tried that, but I think recently I'd already done glitter coming at the camera, so I wanted to change. I wanted to make this was supposed to be like Snow White, because I think the theme was something in regards to Steve Jobs, maybe. And I didn't want to be obvious with an apple, so I thought, well, if I did a fairy tale with Snow White and the apple, you know. I was working with really bad light. You can see the lights behind her.
Yeah.
And I tried the focus on her face, but my main thing was to get the glitter to look magical.
Sure.
And So yeah, I had to focus on the, I could have done a higher aperture maybe, or
No, I mean, I like the focus on the apple. There's nothing wrong with that. That's really cool. And it would be interesting to see some of the other angles, like tighter shots. If you got closer to the apple and you just had, say this just popped into my head, just like the lips, the apple, and the glitter blowing away. Could be an interesting type thing, because the lighting works for it. The side light works for it. It just doesn't work so much for the face, but it would, like getting closer to the apple with the lips and then, just having part of her face in there could have been interesting.
Right.
It's a concept you could try for something else.
And I will.
So we'll move on to, which cat is this?
That's Putty Cat.
Putty Cat?
Putty.
Is this cropped at all, or is this shot as it is?
Shot as it is.
Do you crop at all?
Sometimes I try not to.
Okay.
Sometimes it happens.
And what's good about this is you're down on the angle of the cat. The cat's just sitting there waiting, and you got down on a lower angle, focused on the face, blew out the background, 50 millimeter?
Yes.
Just almost chopped off at the tip of the ear. You were seeing that, right?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things when you're shooting that it gets into the back of your mind, and I catch myself at times, which is a good thing, when I'm shooting, and I'm like, I take a picture, I push a button, I go, because I noticed that I just did something I shouldn't have done. I cut something off, but then I go and I get it correct in the next shot. So it's good to be aware of what's going on around the frame. I'm sure you noticed it. Did you notice it when you took it?
Oh, yeah, I did. And I took a bunch more, but I think I just decided I liked this one.
Sure, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, nothing wrong when you cut off the ear and you still like the photo. You didn't even cut off the ear. It's just close to the edge.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal there. I know I like it. I personally want to see more contrast in the shot. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. But again, it's personal styles. You have your own style of editing, and I think your style of editing is more of a muted type of old school, old world feel. And that's perfectly fine, because that's your style. Clean. That's really clean and sharp.
I threw this in there because my mom, when we were going through, I had her help me, and she said to throw in just a bunch of different things, not just cats and kids.
Oh, I don't mind the cats and kids, but yeah, that brings up the whole building a portfolio thing. I think if you were building a portfolio with the 10 images, you definitely wouldn't want to throw like the random landscape in there if your focus are the kids and the cats, because your kids shots are amazing shots. Is the one, wait, you won for the twins, right? Or is that up for a vote again?
That's still up for a vote.
That ends today. Well, today is when we're recording this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I love that shot. Is that in here?
No.
Oh, okay. I still love that shot anyway. No, I love this. The colors are great. I'm not a major landscape fan, personally, but that's just me. But what you're doing with the T1i is incredible, and it obviously it shows that 51.8 helps you. Sorry, 51.4 takes you to that next level. The color and clarity that you popped out of this is just really, really nice.
Thank you.
The framing, composition, the way that you have the balance between the shoreline. That's not exactly in the middle of the frame, which is so much better, because if you put the shoreline in the middle of the frame, it just becomes awkward.
Right.
So I like that it's slightly below. Did you do that on purpose, or it's just how it turned out?
No, I did it on purpose, because I did like 3 shots. I was going to make it a panorama, but I don't know how to do that, so I gave up.
No, it's definitely done very well, and you have a great eye for seeing, composition and framing. So, all right. One of the girls?
The one girl.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I like this. There's one thing that throws me off a little bit. I love the background. This isn't set up, correct?
No.
And I love again, it has your style of editing. I come to photos in the forum, and I say this every time I pick pictures in the forum, that I don't look at the names. I look at the photos first, and then I grab the names if it's a photo that I pick, and I can tell, your processing when I get to it. It's just, well, obviously the girls are very distinctive looking, and I've seen a bunch of photos of them, so I can tell from your processing that it's probably one of your shots. I love all the stuff that's going on in the background, between the chalkboard, the backlight. So obviously you're shooting manual here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, shooting manual, because if you weren't, the backlight would have ruined the shot. Did you move the chalkboard to block the light?
No, it's in front of our window normally.
It's in front of the window. The only thing that I would think about here is just the composition. Either, what, did you know I was going to say that?
Yeah, I did it on purpose because I wanted the teddy bear with the
Okay.
and the eraser on the table. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I think what you could do if we look at the picture and you put your hand over, see where her left hand is sitting?
Yes.
If you just get a little bit up to the mouse trackpad, even maybe just to the push button, the clicker, whatever they call that. If that was the framing, you would have still been able to keep the teddy bear in there, and kept the notepad with the eraser. You know how good erasers smelled? I used to sit in school just sniffing erasers. I'd be like, it's such a good sniffing smell of an eraser. And then when you break them in half, they heat up a little bit and they get even more of that rubber smell. I don't know if that's what's wrong with me now, but I used to sniff erasers. Sniff erasers. That was cool. But yeah, I think that composition probably would have made the image feel better.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
For me, I mean, you could totally crop it if you wanted. Let me get out one of my keychains. One of my See the World keychains that I actually use with the keys to my place. Oh yeah, that'd be a good frame. I say that looking through, but I think that would be a good frame. But it's an awesome image. I mean, you've got the bed, the teddy bear, the Hannah Montana guitar. Is it Hannah Montana guitar or is it?
Oh, no.
Is it? Oh, you don't like? You're anti Hannah Montana.
Yeah, no.
Is it Taylor Swift?
No, it's a Schrodinger or toy maker. I have no idea.
Okay, it's awesome. I mean, the whole shot is really good. I like the shot. We'll move on from there, but I do like it, and especially with the backlight. Everybody should just see how this is done with the backlight. How do you meter? Do you look at your meter inside, or do you just have a feel for where the settings should be?
I just look through the viewfinder and change. I don't really get technical. I take a picture and I see if I like my settings, and then I take it.
Exactly. I'm happy with. I like that. That's what I like to do as well. And then how about your post processing? Is that Photoshop, Lightroom?
It's Lightroom, and I have presets.
Okay.
I have a few, yeah, and I'll adjust depending on the picture.
And what's great, I'm noticing it now, is like the hair light, and that's a great shot. We'll move on because we could talk about. And you know what I think about this shot. I love this shot. You won for this shot, didn't you?
Yes.
I think I kind of like gave it a good vote of confidence back then when this was like week what, 9, 10?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't really know.
It was early on, but tell me the story behind this again.
Well, this is funny because my mom and I went to the post office, and she had to go in, so I was sitting in the car waiting, and I always have my camera with me, and on my lap, just in case. And I was looking through the door. I was kind of spacing, but I was looking through the door, and I knew that square was the theme. And then I focused on these boxes, and I was like, oh, so I jumped out and I ran inside because I figured I had to ask permission because it's a government building.
Yeah, don't get me started on the post office being a government organization. I'm gonna go ahead right now and say that's bullshit. They give me you can't take a picture in here. Government rules. I'm like, well, you're not part of the government. You say you don't take money from the government. You say that you're a private entity. You're on your own. That's BS. These guys give me so much credit. And you know what? When your website is USPS.gov, I think you are part of the government. So get with it. I'm not a big fan. I mean, the Postal Service ships all my stuff, but it's time that somebody comes along and takes them private and reworks it and fires a lot of people. I know we shouldn't be firing a lot of people, but in business, they have to make the tough decisions to cut out Tuesdays, to cut out Saturdays, and get with the program. Back to this photo after that diatribe.
So it's a small town. She didn't care. She's like, sure, no problem. But my mom, the minute I walked in, my mom turned around and was like, no, those are mine. I saw them first. And I was like, well, you don't have your camera. And she's like, can I use yours? And I was like, no, sorry. And so even the post lady still asks about this picture and if my mom is over it because she's never forgiven me for not letting her use my camera to take it. But
I beyond love this photo. I still have it sitting on my desktop to get it printed one day. I mean, it's your processing. I don't know if I'd be able to emulate your type of, because you sent me the DNG, I think. But I love this. I love this shot. I love repetitive things in images. I know it was square, and I know they're not quite square, but it totally made sense. And the locks, I mean, this is so old school, and some of the locks are one of the locks is broken, which is just one random lock. But this is so cool. I love that shot. a butterfly. You entered this a long time ago too.
I think this was in top 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, how'd you shoot this? What'd you shoot this with?
The 55 to 250. Just
Zoomed out to 250.
I think so. I was stalking this butterfly.
So you knew what it was?
I knew what the butterfly?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with the wing? It's clipped.
I don't know, but I liked it because it was so, the butterflies are so beautiful and so perfect, and then he's got this little flaw, but it still doesn't take away from him. So.
Do you like Twilight?
No.
Okay. Harry Potter?
My son does.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool shot, especially with the 250. When you zoom straight in, it helps blow the background out. You can do that even with the kit lenses, which is incredible. And it works in bright daylight. So it's a nice shot that you didn't do this with a macro. You did this with a zoom.
Right.
So that's cool. And what are we doing here?
This was, what was it? Little Red Riding Hood. And I did a series of them. I mean, you didn't like any of them, but that's okay. And this is the part, I guess, where she sees the wolf in the woods.
Oh, so you're directing here.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Does she like getting her picture taken? She
loves it. And without her cooperation, I probably wouldn't get the pictures that I do, that I like.
No, the lighting here is great. Is it just in the forest and the lights coming through the trees?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good how the catch lights are in the eyes. She's acting very well here. I mean, when you put it into context of Little Red Riding Hood, I mean, it makes sense because she's wearing a red thingy thing. But it's a cool shot because, yeah, it's a cool shot. There's not much to say. I mean, the 50 millimeter again?
Yes.
Yeah, 50 millimeter, that's a killer lens. Just like on the Nikon, you get that 35. If you can if you can get a 51.4 on any of the bodies, it's just such a step up from the 51.8 or the 35.1.8 that the clarity and color is just so incredible. And I'm sure you've noticed, even on the T1i.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a T1i. It's a basic camera.
I love it.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it at all. So explain to me the focus on this.
Well, it was really, really foggy, bright morning, and I had my kit lens, the 18 to 55, and we were tired and we were heading back home. But they had all these churches in this house or in this town, and I wanted to get really, really low because I like the distortion. Yeah. I like that look. And so yeah, I just laid on the cold ground and tried to get the picture of it. I did a lot of post-processing in this one. But
well, that's what I'm trying to see is like the trees on the right-hand side, you blurred that stuff out?
I did.
Yeah, that's why it looked awkward to me because it didn't seem uber duper natural. Nothing wrong with that. What I like about it is that the light is coming from behind the church. You didn't use the church to block it out. You still played with the flare. And again, shooting manual, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah,
always.
when you're shooting manual, it just, you have the ability to keep the church in exposed properly because if you didn't, then the sun would have just ruined it and the church would have gone uber duper dark and it would have exposed for the sky, which wouldn't have been useful.
Right.
So that's cool.
I just like the bokeh on the ground.
Well, it's hard to tell what's real. This is real right here, down at the bottom.
Real. Yeah.
The whole ground is real, and until you get over to this gas station, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I blurred behind.
It works, by the way, that you block that out because if the gas station, that works. That worked for you. All right, so which cat's this?
That's Merlin.
Merlin.
So
was this for a theme, or were you just playing around?
It was for a theme. I can't remember what the theme was now. But
lights, maybe? I don't remember.
I don't remember. You didn't like it either, but that's okay.
I don't remember seeing this one.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I think it worked with the theme.
What's cool about it, obviously, the lights that are blown out. 50 millimeter again?
Yes.
When you shoot that, do you shoot it at what aperture generally?
Well, I tried to do 1.4, and that gets me into trouble a lot of times, and then I have to realize I have to change it. I can't just rely on 1.4.
Sure.
But yeah, I can't remember which this one was on.
I can click on it. Hold on. Let's see. T1i 1.6.
1.6.
So you didn't exactly go too much higher than 1.4. A lot of times when you're shooting with these wide open lenses, if you stop down just a little bit, like 2 or 2.2 or 2.5, it gives you just so much more ability to make sure it's sharp. Now, this is really sharp, and what's great about it is that the lights are blown out. You've got the light on the right-hand side, the big one is close to us. The light on the left-hand side is further away from us, and the lights in between are all in between. And that's what's cool about it, is you created dimension in a 2D environment, because, you know, well, not a 2D environment, but a photograph is a 2D image. It's not 3D, but you create dimension. And if you can create dimension in your images, then they just feel stronger. And it's something I talk about all the time, is using things in the foreground to draw you into the image, because it creates, or out of focus things in the foreground create the, the illusion that it's a 3D type of shot.
I like that. I like that kind of, I like experimenting with things like that.
Yeah.
Like with the glitter and the lights.
That's definitely good. And then we got this one. So what can you tell me about this? Was just a snow day?
Well, your theme was new, and we've been waiting for snow here. Well, I've been waiting for snow, like dying for it, for the picture of the snowflakes on the eyelashes. That's what I wanted to do. And so we went outside, and the snow was coming down super hard, and it was perfect. And so Anna would, close her eyes and lift her chin and have, be covered in snow. So after I got the image that I wanted, she just looked so cute. So I just started taking other pictures.
Sure.
And this was one of them.
I saw the other images because you put up a few of the others, but this was the one that I picked, obviously. Did you like this one as well?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, this is solid as can be. 50 millimeter again?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you're making a living with your 50 millimeter, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. This is a superb shot. The framing, the composition is right on. I mean, the only this is little nitpicky stuff, because I just saw it now, was on the top right-hand corner. You see that's like a little bit of where the hat isn't?
Right, yeah, I see
like
that.
that's like beyond nitpicking, and it's not, I'm not saying bad in any way, just saying something that the people used to get on me for in school is, like, your eye may be drawn to that area, that white spot up there, so just watch your framing and make sure it's filled to the corner sometimes, or you could really fill that in later if you really, really wanted to. But it doesn't hurt me, it's just something that I just noticed.
I wonder if that's snow.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, if it was snow or not, but I don't think it is, based on the corner. When you come down from the corner, there's still some white space there.
Right.
So that's just what's telling me that it's not snow. But again, it's still an awesome shot with all the snow there, and I know you've got the built-in models that help you out quite a bit.
Yes, I have one girl.
You do?
For the record, yeah.
So what'd you do, a double take with the other one?
With the Victorian picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had her. I just did 2 images.
Oh.
Actually, yeah.
All right, so, but you did say twins before, right?
Well, for the picture, they're twins.
Oh.
But it's one girl.
Okay, that's where my disconnect was, because I didn't know.
Right.
I mean, how would I know? So.
Right.
All right. Well, no, that's cool. That's really cool. I still love that shot.
Me too.
It's the Victorian shot's great, and I picked the one that was more in focus. You know what? Let me go grab that shot real quick. Let's see if I pull that up real quick. I like that shot a lot. Where is it? What was it? What was it? Right here?
I don't think it's showing up in your weekend thing.
Really?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, maybe I didn't put in the right code or something. Really?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I might have checked.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I put it in the wrong place. This wasn't it from Vintage?
No, that's the new theme. That's just announcing the new theme.
Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense. I'll have to go back and check, being that it's the end of the week now. Oh, well.
Right.
Yeah, I'll check that out. So anything you want to talk about real quick?
Not really.
Okay.
I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, I think obviously you're doing a great job, and I love seeing what you do each week. Which cat's that? That was
That's Violet.
Violet. How many cats do you have?
Maybe 6.
Maybe 6. So exactly 6?
Yeah.
That's cool. No, so these shots are great. I love seeing what you're doing, and that 50 is really awesome, especially on the T1i. You're really proving that you can do just about anything with that type of camera and a good piece of glass.
Definitely.
So I look forward to see what you come up with each week. So
thank you.
Let's see that. So thank you for coming on.
Thank
you. Yeah, let's see what we got for next week. All right.
Okay.
I haven't picked a theme yet.
Hope it's a good one.
I hope it's a good one too. All right, hang on there. I'm just going to sign off here. Thank you very much. And this was a rapid fire critique. Again, not very rapid fire, but I thought it was worthwhile to have the discussion and all the side notes and just everything that went along with talking with Ryan over here. So Ryan, again, thank you very much.
Thanks.
And that's about it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.